everybody. It's been a long time since I drove this game. See if I remember all the buttons. But somehow I have no force feedback for some reason. So I'm gonna restart this. This is really strange. Let's see if we can figure this out. Okay. Almost there. little volume adjustment. Here we go. Something's not quite right. Yeah, there's a mapping missing. I think now we got it.
Force reversed. Outfield enabled. Force reversed. Outfield mix equals 90%.
This is a Mercedes. I think it's called 300 SL from the 50s. I can show you quickly. Whoa. Yep. We're gonna cruise a little bit here at the Targa Florio 70 kilometers track. See if we can finish a lap. Perfect vehicle for an afternoon drive. Enjoy the Italian landscape. This is the Targa Florio track. It's a very long track, 72 kilometers. This track was originally made for Grand Prix Legends a long time ago. Then we have ported it to rFactor, which is what you currently see. This track used to be in the calendar of the World Sports Car Championship up until the mid of 70s. Look it up, it's a pretty amazing history. Per 72 kilometers. This layout. There used to be even a longer layout in the very early days, but the most well-known one is the Circuito delle Piccole Madonie, which is this one, and it's 72, I believe, kilometers. So the lap time in this car will probably be around 40 minutes. If I manage to finish the lap, that is. As you can see, there's no safety barriers. There's only ditches and rocks and cones, concrete cones. And this car is not the easiest to drive. As you can see, I'm age shifting and I'm trying to heel and toe using the clutch, obviously. I used to know this track by heart. I drove it many times, but that has been a while. It's all about practice. I think I've done at least a couple of hundred laps. When we were working on the conversion from the Grand Prix Legends track, it's like a period of almost 3 years where we worked on this, and I drove almost a lap a day. So yeah, probably more, around 1,000 laps that I did. But the last lap has been a while ago. Whoa, that was so close. It's a lot about risk management on this track. Very similar to rallying. Very understeering, this car. Need to focus not to push too hard into the corners. I mean the tire modeling in rFactor 1 or rFactor 2, because this is rFactor 1 of course. And the tire modeling in rFactor 1 is good, depends on the mod of course. Many sims are using ISI based physics anyway, so you could still say in a way that it's up to par with modern sims. It's all about making the best out of it, as some others do, and some others don't. And rFactor 2, I can't really say much. I haven't driven it in a very long time, but what I hear, it's really good in terms of tire modeling. But I like to think that the majority, or for a good result, it's really important that you can work with the system really well. So even if in theory a system is really good, it all depends on how you work with it. You can get good results from rFactor 1 tire modeling, and you can get good results from other tire models. It's all about how you make it work. Some mods in rFactor are really good. They still hold up today, in my opinion. And same physics engine, but different mod, and it's a totally different experience. So. Do I like the Nordschleife? What a question! Of course. It's my, shall I say, favorite track after this one, or together with this one. You guys watching the 24-hour race? When does it start? Saturday? I was watching the practice earlier today. Obviously, a race that you can't miss. Whoa, that was close. Now it starts with the hairpins here. Yeah, about iRacing I can't say much either, because I haven't driven it as well in a very long time. They keep changing the tire model, so. But I hear the latest one is pretty good. I've tried it a long time ago, so whatever I can say will not be up to date anymore. Used to be very critical to drive, very easy to lose grip, and then once you lose grip, it was very difficult to regain the grip. But as I said, that's very old information or experience that I had. From what I hear, it's much better now. To the sheep, the farmers. This car actually drove on the Targa Florio. It's Juan Manuel Fanjo's car. It doesn't really seem to be particularly designed for this kind of track. I feel like it would rather go straight, this car. But obviously it's old technology. If you say this, you mean rFactor 1? I don't know if anybody is making a laser scan Nordschleife for this track. I would highly doubt it, since it's an old title. rFactor 2, who knows what they are up to. They do have a laser scan Nordschleife in rFactor Pro, but obviously that's not a consumer title. And no, I don't use any driving aids in any of the sims I play, unless the car is built for that. In terms of, you know, some GT3 cars, they use traction control by default as a factory setting. So obviously, if it's meant to be, driven with traction control, obviously I drive it with traction control too, or ABS, but no driving aid in the sense of steering assist or braking assist. Should use my turn signal. We're going left here. Obviously you can see this track was made for Grumpy Legends, but I think it still looks quite good in rFactor. least I did the best I could with the textures. Oh, understeer, understeer. So many corners. What was it? I think around 900 corners on the lap, if I remember correctly. Using the first gear an awful lot. This car does have 6 gears. Let's see when the long straight comes up. There's a 7-kilometer straight at near the end of the track. Then we'll see what kind of speed this car can put out. Whoops. Going downhill now, so that's even more understeer. The car just wants to push forward. Okay. Can't adjust the brake bias in this car. Could have figured that. Yeah, I've tried the reshade. Actually, I was playing around with it just a minute ago with Race Room. But I'm mainly using it, or would when I use it, for color correction. I don't like those fancy effects so much. But to adjust a little bit the brightness of the game, or the gamma or exposure, and tweak certain colors, I think it's really great. I'm actually using the color lookup table of the Ganosa plugin in Reshade, and yeah, it gives some pretty nice results. What do you mean by include components? You mean us as developers of R3, whether we look at other simulators? Well, of course. I mean, everybody is doing that. There's no reason why you should close your eyes. But I mean, a lot of us at Sector 3 Studios have been sim racers for many years. So we know what sim racers want from a title. It's just we can't always deliver everything right away. To remove reshade, you just need to delete that the software wherever you install it. Yeah, but sometimes, yeah, with rFactor you have to copy some files, right, into the game folder. It's always helpful if you either take a screenshot or make a folder, a duplicate folder somewhere where you know exactly which files you put in there, so you don't forget which files you can remove afterwards. And of course always make a backup of files that might get overwritten. I think we've almost done half a lap now. Famous hairpin. There used to be a second, let's say, pit lane here. Hey, thanks Sasha. That was entertaining yesterday, yeah. Unfortunately, I had a little incident in the first race. It was obviously not intended. There's nothing I could have done to avoid it. About getting a new PC, and then I will probably start streaming league races again. But at this moment, the frame rate is not the best when I'm streaming, so I'm not trying not to stream during important races. Then I need all the CPU power for the actual driving. GTA 3. We need to ask Simbin about that. But I'm sure they're working hard on getting the basics to work with Unreal Engine, and then the rest will follow. do I do for a living? I work at Sector 3 Studios in Sweden. And my tasks there are mainly got to do with marketing. So I'm creating the trailers, video trailers for all the cars and tracks, graphics for the portal, taking screenshots, but also dealing with social media updates. Basically just create content. So it's, yeah, it's a fun job. But can also be stressful. Especially now that we have so many esport activities running and coming up. There's a lot of organizing and coordinating to do in the background. This is a difficult one. That was on the limit. I didn't plan to go in that hot in this corner. I sound a little German, yeah. It's because that's my native language. Yeah, a ranking system is currently one of the highest priorities we're working on. I'm looking so much forward to that. It's gonna be a total game changer for our online activities. But it's more than just a ranking system. You can think of it like an online career where you start off, where you have to pass the driver's test in order to get your license. And of course, you start off with a lower license, and then you can make your way up to the higher licenses that enable you to race in higher tier championships. So for example, you can start off with your rookie license in the Audi TT Cup, and there's a championship always running, right? So let's say season 1 2017, there's 4 races, so the season lasts a month, for example, and you can enter a race any day during that period of time, even more than 1 race a day, perhaps. And obviously we will keep track of your performance. So depending on your performance, we sort of give you we know what kind of result we expect from you from the outcome of a race, and if you don't match that expectation, then you will lose rating, and if you perform better than expected, then you will gain rating. So that means, of course, if you drive against other very good drivers and you win against other good drivers, well-rated drivers, then you will gain more rating, as if you would gain if you win against not so good drivers or mediocre drivers. But it also plays the other way around. If you lose against very good players, then you don't lose so much rating. But if you lose against bad drivers, you will lose a lot of rating, because it's not what we expect from you. So that's the driver rating, and then on top of that is the reputation, which basically looks at your incidents. This is difficult to talk and drive at the same time. Looks at your incidents, so if you collide with the Armco, or if you spin off track, or if you hit another car, all those things that you will collect incident points, and depending on how many incident points you do collect, that will give you a higher or a lower reputation. And of course, to get your license promotion, you not only need to have a good rating, but also good reputation, or a minimum amount of reputation. That's how you would gain your license. So if you, for example, do good in your Season 1 TT Cup Championship, and you gain the required rating and the required reputation, you will be promoted at the end of the season. And then we're also looking at your position at the end of the championship, and depending on your position, you will either be promoted to, you will be invited to race in the higher tier championship of the touring car series, for example WTCC. So if you met all those requirements, you will be able to drive in that championship. And this way you will progress to a lot of different series. Currently we are planning to have a GT ladder and a touring car ladder, each consisting of around 4 championships. So obviously always starting in a slow car and moving your way up to the premium championships like DTM, GT3, WTCC and so forth. So it's really gonna give a good motivation and depth to the game and to the online multiplayer. I'm looking very much forward to start my own online career and obviously meet you guys on track, hopefully. Yeah, I'm not texting, but I'm reading your chat and answering to it while driving this crazy car on this crazy track. Okay, we got the very long straight coming up now, so we can for once shift up higher than second gear. Oh, this is scary. One more corner here. Don't die, don't die. Yes, we didn't die. I had Alpine Stars before I switched to these. I like both, to be honest. The Alpine Stars, they wore off the rubber on this side of the glove quite easily, quite quickly. And also my previous gloves were a bit oversized, whereas these are really tight fit, which is better. There's no sixth gear. So what kind of speed are we? 280. Wow. 280 in a car like this. That sounds like suicide. We got a very deadly chicane coming up. Oh, oh. Holy moly. Okay, this had to happen. Oof. I knew it. BMW M235i. The modeling is complete. The texturing is complete, more or less. So now it's just about physics, sounds, AI, whoops, liveries, assets for the menu and all that stuff. So it's getting closer. Depends on your definition of close. I would say it's quite close. Obviously that car will play an integral role in ranked multiplayer as well, because it will probably end up being one of the rookie cars in the GT series. So we will have a TT Cup, maybe in the touring car ladder, and the M235i in the GT ladder. We have a rear-wheel driven and a front-wheel driven car. We have GT2 cars, last generation though, Corvette and the M3, and also a roof in GT2 spec. GT2 was pretty much what now is GT. Yeah, rFactor never dies. This was a lap, we made it. Well, I died in the chicane, but the rest of the lap was okay. The throttle bar, that's an OBS plugin called Wheeler. Wheeler, it's available on the OBS website. It's a resource that you can download. Let's see. What time is it now? 7:30. And what time is the Nürburgring quali starting? starting at 8 o'clock. It means we still have half an hour. Maybe I can switch to another car. Talking about Porsche, maybe I'll drive a Porsche. Currently I'm in single player, right here. I personally like this one a lot. Hang on, not this one. But that one. Well, never say never. I don't know. I would not exclude it. Let's give this one a go. But I think I'm quite happy with the current Group 5 grid that we have. It's, what is it, 6 cars or 7 cars? Some very rare ones as well, that you don't see in any other games, like the Deacon Monza. There's a stream on YouTube, yeah, on the Vodafone channel. There's a stream for the Nürburgring 24 hours. The quali is starting in half an hour, so definitely tune in into that one. I'm guessing if you search for Nürburgring 24 hours live stream here on YouTube, you'll most likely find it. Such a noob stalling. I'm not gonna complete the lap in this car in the half hour remaining, so let's just have fun a little bit. Car loves to go sideways, so do I. This is more like it rather than the Mercedes we drove earlier, and that was a cruise ship compared to this one. Tiger Flow, you're in race zone. That would be interesting. Quality our artists are pumping out, that track would take a couple of years, I would assume. Also, we have a bunch of classic cars in Race Room, but not really the needed cars you would want to drive in this track. I agree with you. Porsche Cup would be awesome. Just love to go sideways in a Porsche on this track. The yellow from the egg. I don't know about that. I'm trying. But you know how it is with the Germans and the English language. Whoops. Knocked over something. Speaking of left turns, Michael, it's the Indy 500 this weekend, and Nürburgring 24 Hours, and Monaco. So the three biggest events next to Le Mans, all the same weekend. It's a very good time to be alive. This is a Porsche 911. What is it called exactly? 911S 2.0, I believe, is what it's called. Beautiful car. Football game. You need to set your priorities straight, Moritz. You should be at the Nürburgring right now. Oh, so sweet. Look at this jump here. Whoop. Yeah, the FPS are very bad because I modified this camera, swimmer camera here, to not use any LUTs. That's old tweak from back when I used to take screenshots a lot in rFactor. Whoa, 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 whoopsie. So nice. If I continue with this driving style, I will definitely not make it to the end of the lap. It's a shame that the webcam with the wheel that you see has a little bit of delay, a couple of milliseconds. It's because it's wireless. I'm using my tablet with an IP webcam app for this. Maybe I'll get a proper webcam at some point. It's really not the ideal track to be driving and reading a chat on the phone. This car loves to go sideways. Oh no. Some parts of this track, some patches on the asphalt don't have so much grip than others. So not only you need to know the corner, but you need to also know how much grip is in that particular corner. The mod that I'm driving here, you can find it by googling, and it's called Historic Touring Car and GT Mod by Team Historics, and the track is called Targa Florio, and you can find it either on rFactor Central or on nogripracing.com. Definitely Targa Florio, it's called. Definitely recommend you check it out. Slightly exaggerated. remember why I drove this track so much. It's just so much fun. Thanks, Claudio. Yeah, I'm trying to heel and toe. You can't see my pedal input, just right next to the webcam. That's all me, what you see on those bars. Version of the mod. I don't even remember. It's the latest version. Was it 1.95? 1.97? Bye-bye. version of the track should be 1.0. I don't think there's more than one version, honestly. If you found something, then you're probably looking at a different track. Try to use the handbrake, but obviously that's not working. This is where I'll stop, next to this beautiful Volkswagen minivan. You decide which car looks better. Because now the Nürburgring qualifying is about to start, and we should all go watch that. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and then I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.